Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
I am Jack.
No, you're not.
What?
No,
What?
sorry.
This
No.
can't be.
Come on,
Hold on.
Come on.
Don't ask about the 13th
No way. Get out my seat. Thank you very much. I'm back, guys.
Welcome back.
Oh, it's good to be home, you know.
Nice
Hello,
for you to be
everyone.
back.
Thank you so much. Okay. Hello and welcome. Okay. This is Alice, and this is
Hannah.
and this is our first episode of season 3.
So, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
Been a while, yeah. It's
Yes.
nice to be back though.
Yes.
Yeah,
I bet.
definitely.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to?
So I've just done my first year at uni.
Wow.
Didn't know how, I got there. But no, yeah, it's been really good.
Is it all okay?
Yeah, all good. For those that don't know, I was at Lincoln, well I still am, still got 2 years left. I'm at Lincoln University and I'm studying interior architecture design. Makes me sound so smart when I say that. I love it.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Made some amazing friends. Managed to get involved in a church as well down there. It's a HTB church, St. Swithin's, and that's just full of amazing people. So yeah, it was really nice to have that sort of home sort of vibe while being at uni. So yeah, I've made friends for life there, like family. But obviously,
yeah.
I needed to come back here and see you guys because
course.
I missed you so much. But no, it's
Well, we
been really
missed
good.
you.
And you've just done your first year
Yes.
college.
Just finished first year of college. Chesterfield College doing childcare. No, and that's gone really well. Been really enjoying it.
They grow up so fast.
I've been at a placement as well, at a nursery in Chesterfield, so that was really good.
Gosh,
Yeah,
it's all
enjoyed
gone
it.
so fast.
It really has.
And now school's over for everyone, or
Yeah.
nearly everyone.
Nearly over,
yeah, nearly
yeah.
everyone. And perfect timing as well because there is now a heat wave.
Yes.
Who would have
Hence
thought?
the
Hence the
summer outfits.
Summer outfits. You've got the model over here, and then the
gorgeous person
Can't be
here.
bothered to look. You're too kind, honestly. But no, yeah. So for those at home, you might be thinking, "Wow, I don't know how to keep cool." Well, no need to fear because Jack and Josh are going to tell you. I feel like there was something missing.
Church.
Yeah,
Yes.
the church, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, we did not
Um,
forget about that.
no.
Obviously not. Yeah,
There's been a lot happening at the church as well.
yeah, including the Feast of Flowers.
Feast of Flowers,
So,
yes. And that's like a festival that happens every 5 years across Drumfield and the surrounding areas, all churches, and they do little decorations with flowers.
So yeah, I think Jack
yeah.
and Josh are gonna give you a bit more information and talk through you
Yes.
now.
Good morning, and welcome to our Feast of Flowers display.
We celebrate birth. A new baby is welcomed, usually by a baby shower, and then we pray for the parents and their baby, dedicating him or her to God.
We ask the church family to support and pray for them as they grow. We also celebrate spiritual birth. The display on the left represents our human nature, with all our shortfalls and failings which separate us from God.
When we accept Jesus as our Saviour, we are born again. We enter into a new life in Christ.
As we pass through the water of baptism,
We are forgiven, set free to flourish as God intended us to. We celebrate when a couple join together and commit themselves to one another in a marriage. It's a time of joy and happiness as family and friends join together to support the couple.
But marriage is also a symbol of God's unending love for his people and of the union between Christ and his church. On the left, the display represents the wedding celebration, and on the right, the church, the bride, is united with Christ, represented by the candle.
Moving into eternity. As Christians, we believe that those who walk in relationship with Jesus are reunited with him when they die.
Although death is a time of sadness, we can celebrate the life of our loved one, remembering the times we have shared together. The cross represents us moving from our earthly life through to Jesus' sacrifice on the cross.
To be reunited with God in heaven, where he has a place prepared for us.
What do you believe happens when we die?
Take a look at our journey through life along our hedgerow.
Photos of church family and friends represent times of celebration.
Where has your journey taken you? How many butterflies can you find feeding on our flowers?
Yes, we've been doing so many amazing stuff in church. We're going to try and every Sunday do something a bit different. Last Sunday we had Equipping Sunday. I wasn't there, but I think you were.
Yeah, no, I was able to come back and it was really great. Chrissy was there and she was talking to us about what she's been up to lately. So she'd just been on a missionary in the Philippines. It was the past 39 years. And there she was doing amazing work, housing and educating children whose lives have been impacted from their parents or just family members that were taking care of them, who are now living in prison. But no, she did some amazing work and she was absolutely wonderful to be able to listen to her story.
Sounds so interesting.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
sounds good.
Philippine Outreach Center Ministries. We are a few things. We provide a home for children as young as 2 years old to 18 years old. Children who were abandoned or those whose parents are in prison. or those whose parents are just unable to raise them due to extreme poverty. We also provide for free a highest standard of education not only for the children in our care, but the children of our community, where we teach them academics while also giving them a foundational faith in God. And we provide the spiritual and moral support to the prisoners of our prison, leading them to a life away from crime, to one with greater purpose where God is the center. We have 6 churches throughout Luzon, spreading God's love and His Word. You may be thinking, it's a lot of ministries, and you are right. It is very difficult, but it has to be done because the need is great. We are honored to be a part of this wonderful work, but we cannot do this alone. We continue to make a difference until today because of our kind-hearted, generous supporters and sponsors. And we are ever so grateful for you all. But times are getting harder. I know you understand. That's why I'm here now. Hello, I'm Jay. I'm one of the boys from the children's home, a student in this school, a member of the church. I was brought to POCM when I was just 2 hours old because my mother was an inmate when she gave birth to me. Believe me when I say that I understand how difficult life can be. But I'm ever so grateful because POCM saved me from the terrible life that I was heading for. Be a part of this family. Partner with us by donating, spreading the word, praying for us, or by being a regular sponsor. Sending any amount you are capable to give us your support monthly. You can be a part of helping the lives of the people here in the Philippines, like me. Visit our website at www.pocmin.com to find out more. And together, let's make a difference.
Nakatingin siya dyan.
So it's great to see that 4 or 5 families from Ukraine have come and are staying with families from our church and families from all of Dronfield as well. It's amazing to see their support and how committed they are with it. These families are so caring.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been able to host for the refugees to come in and to for everyone else to just keep praying for the Ukraine situation.
Yeah.
And if anyone needs any help, let everyone help them.
Yeah. We can offer help and support to those families who are looking after them as well.
Definitely. So now we have the dream team, Julia and Emma.
Yes, and they'll be discussing about what's happening in this next series about hot topics.
QVT.
Hello and welcome to this episode's Hot Topic. Now, Julia, there isn't a hot topic this week, is there? But we're going to introduce what the hot topics are going to be in the coming episodes.
We are.
So it's not completely random. We did have a scheduled break of OAKS Online just to regather ourselves and plan the next series. But that ended up being an extended break due to one thing or another. We had Feast of Flowers, which we'll have an update on because that was fantastic. We also had, I had COVID, so that didn't help. And also, you guys went on holiday, you and John. How dare you have a holiday?
It was post-COVID as well.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, you had COVID as well. And then we also had some illness of some of the scheduled speakers. So it's just been kind of one thing after another, which has led to us starting slightly later. But we did want to just do a short episode this time just to introduce what we're going to be doing this series and explain that. So Julia, we've got a new theme. We've done what did Jesus say about, and this series we're going to be focusing on something slightly different. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, we've we had an inter-church conference that we hosted here based on values, and we found that really helpful and useful. And we already have a sort of a value statement, which is loving God, loving the community and loving the world. But we wanted to explore that and unpack that a little bit more, but still using Jesus as our role model. So it's going to be more about what Jesus did, perhaps, rather than what he said, and how, you know, we know that when we know Jesus, we know God, or we see God, and that, I think that's quite helpful to unpack for perhaps people that don't know Jesus, but have some understanding of God or think they have an understanding of God. So we're going to be pulling out about values. And I think what's been really interesting is we've just had that week of politics where it's all gone pear-shaped. And the words that have been coming out with ministers that have resigned and people that are being interviewed either on the street is integrity, values, truth. And I just think it's really interesting timing that we explore some of those themes through the Bible and what Jesus says, and what Jesus did. Because as Christians, we live by a set of values that are set by the Bible and by Jesus and stuff. And I think that's going to be interesting to kind of pull that out. Because the thing that we learned most was that how our belief system and our value system affects our behaviours. That's it,
it's our actions that... Our actions will never change if our internal values don't change, is basically what the conference... It was good, wasn't it?
It was really good.
It was with Lawrence Singlehurst and Trevor Withers from Cell UK, and Lawrence has written... Well, both of them have written a few books on it as well, haven't they? And it was so good to gather together with just people from all the churches in Drumfield and District and also Meadowhead, and just be together that day and really get to grips with... Because I think since COVID, every church is reassessing what exactly who they are, what their values are, everything, aren't they? And we've had those three values, you know, loving and serving God, loving and serving the community, and loving and serving the world. But it's like we almost know them too well now. We don't
actually think about it.
Yeah, they're just there, aren't they? And we wanted to get to grips with what exactly.
And I think the other thing that was came through the conference was the fact that we have this postmodern society, and we have young people that have no reference point, no rooting, no historic understanding of what we know as kind of Christian values that have come through historically, and because of that, sometimes we don't understand where people's behaviour is coming from. And so that was really helpful, like kind of light switching on moment. And so hopefully the unpacking of that will help us.
But he was talking about a box, wasn't he? And about how in church sometimes we can be in a box and you can behave a certain way in this setting, but then you take that box away, and what are you left with? You know, what are your values? Because it's all right, you know, knowing what to do and what to say and how to behave within the church setting. Yeah, and then as soon as you're out of that which we've just been through, because we've all just had that kind of regular meeting thing in COVID stripped away from us and what was left. And now as we're coming back, I think we've already spoke about that, like the perfect time to rethink, which we've been on that journey and are still on that journey. I mean, we've built up now, there are 6 meetings a month across the 2 congregations. There will be, particularly in August, we've got that second Sunday set up. So it's to keep in mind these values as we go forward, isn't it, on everything. So it's really exciting stuff, but
it's an exciting
it's
time.
good to take stock. We've spoken about that a lot on OAKS Online, about taking stock, regularly, haven't we?
We have.
You've been inspired by the great Brené Brown.
The great Brené Brown.
We love Brené Brown.
We do.
So.
It was just, I thought this was quite, it just spoke to me. She's got a whole section on values and living into our values, and she said, living into our values means that we do more than profess our values, we practice them. We walk our talk, we are clear about what we believe and hold important, and we take care that our intentions, words, thoughts and behaviours align with those beliefs. And I think that kind of captures it really, because I think it's so easy to be swept away with something, and we've seen that with the sort of political situation where people have perhaps entered into politics or their job or their role, what have you, with one set of values, but have been swept away with whatever's been going on. It's very difficult to actually stand up and say, no, actually this is wrong. And there's been a lot of stuff where you think, well, didn't anybody just say, no, this is wrong? But unless you're really, really grounded in what you believe, it's very difficult. So I think it's a good time for us to kind of look and think again about who we are and what that means.
Yes, definitely. I'm excited. So I guess this is us just inviting you to join us on this journey over the next sort of 10 episodes up to Christmas. Wow, I said the word. Said the C word, Christmas. But it'll be here before we know it, as we know. But just come on this journey with us as we explore what Jesus did, not just what he said, and how we can, change our values and live like him. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Julie and Emma, for that. That was great.
Yeah, really good stuff. Okay, so earlier we mentioned that obviously heatwave at the moment.
Yes.
Hence the awfulness.
The outfits.
And then just amazing. But yeah. But no, we did say that Jack and Josh would try and bring some ideas to the table for you at home to try and keep cool.
Make it a bit easy for you.
So without further ado, the Nightmare team, Jack and Josh, will give you some top tips to keeping cool.
Just as much as we are? Well, I'm certainly not, actually. It's way too boiling hot for me. It feels like we're in the desert.
Jamaica, because it's really hot.
It's a pretty hot place.
And so we've come up with a list of things to keep you warm.
No, opposite actually, to keep you cool
in this warm
What can you
heat.
do
to maintain average body temperature
Yes.
in these
Get the
unprecedented
list up.
times. Now it's alright, we'll just remember them.
Alright, so you could always sleep with a bowl of ice.
It works, but how about here for a better idea? I'm sure you're all familiar with hot water bottles.
Oh, of course,
They're very nice if it's a slightly colder day. But riddle me this, guys. Have you ever thought of using a cold water bottle? Hear me out. You get a hot water bottle, you put it in the freezer, and voila, it is now cold.
That's unheard of, but it would be a fantastic idea to do on a hot summer's day such as today. Right, moving on to number 2.
Water fight. Classic, enjoyable, fun.
If you get a bucket of water, tip it all over your friend, that'll keep them cold for the rest of their days.
Yeah. And then have a hot shower
Yeah,
a cold...
No, you don't want a hot shower on a hot day, that'll make it even more hot. But if you have a cold shower / cold bath, that would keep you cold.
Chilled as a chilled bean. All good.
Now also,
Any other
this
ideas?
one may seem a little bit strange, but you could travel to the national country of Mongolia.
Mongolia is a fantastic country. Now, it's not a country you might think about very often, but what if I told you that Mongolia's capital of Ulaanbaatar is actually one of the coldest places on earth and it holds the record for the world's coldest capital city with an average temperature of minus 1.3 degrees Celsius.
1.3 degrees?
Minus 1.3.
Crikey, that would keep
That's
you cold.
unheard of in capital cities. So, while it may cost a few extra pennies to hop on that flight to Mongolia,
It's definitely worth it to avoid the scorching hot temperatures and a risk of death.
So get out there, get your hot water bottles, make them cold, and jump on that plane to Mongolia.
And try not to get skin cancer.
See you later.
Bye.
O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come thee to Bethlehem.
Keep it going.
Sing
On a hot day,
for
you could always listen to a Christmas
rejoice,
carol to keep you chilly
Christmas
in these
and
hot
donkey.
times.
O come all
Ye
the faithful, O come all the faithful, O come herald angels sing.
So thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been a pleasure to be back.
Yes, we'll just finish with some worship now.
But yeah, we'll see you again soon.
See ya.
Bye.
I searched the world, it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise, treasures that fade, never enough. You came along, pulled me back together. And
a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. A very tiny world indeed.
Got your camera.